It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and this is ScrAp TV. I'm deSz'e. Talking about recycling, food, some music. Some things will always change. Trying to keep it fresh for you. Every time you see it, it's going to be something better every time. Every time. Today we're talking about words, names, and trains. Right? Words, names, and trains. Yes, again, it is 5 o'clock in the morning. This is ScrAp TV. I'm deSz'e, the new style of television right here. We're bringing it in for you. And I'm showing you different things in recycling, different things in music, different things in cooking. I'm not trying to do the traditional. I'll do it every once in a while. I'm not trying to do the traditional. So we are up this morning. It is a great time. Let me get a little sheen to my hair to see me lacking a little bit. And I'm here. ScrAp TV, baby. And I was ready. I showed up and I came through. 5 o'clock a.m., 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate the like, all that. So here we go. Here we go. We're talking about words, names, and trains. Words, names, and trains. Right? You want to know what the power is in a name. You want to know what the meaning, the definition. What does it sound like? What does it look like? What does it feel like? The name means a lot. The name can mess you up if you don't have the right name. Point blank. You gotta have the right name. You gotta have a name that fits. A name that's right there in the thing, not trending. We're not trying to do trends. But we're actually trying to, exercising a strength. When mothers name their child, their kids or children, fathers name their children in some cultures, you want a strong name for your child. I've seen in the news a guy who has the wrong name, or a girl who has the wrong name. And like Maleficent, Demon, a demon. Okay, so we're talking about what we hear in the words. Hey, what's up, bro? I see you. I see you. Let me put you on this here. Hold on. Put you on this so I can see you over here. You don't have to get all up in the screen, looking all crazy. So yeah, this is ScrAp TV. We're talking about recycling and theorems and hypothetical situations. This is something that's new. Ain't nobody got this one. And it says I'm connected. Man, I got my girl. It's already in there. I like her. I like her videos just for the motivation. I like motivation. And I checked out the Homegirls channel yesterday, and I'm motivated. What motivates you as well. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Let me turn this volume down real quick. I can answer your question. Let me give myself a like. Hey, what's up? Love you too. Love you too. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for coming. We're waiting for a lot more people to come in. We got another one coming in. Hey, I appreciate it. Sometimes I just break out clapping. You saw that in the video yesterday evening. I just started clapping. Woo! And a lady asked me, is something wrong? Are you okay? No, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm very good. Are you okay? Not that I can help you be okay or feel better about yourself. Because I'm good, baby. You just saw me put so much stuff on the scale, more than you did. And she asking me if I'm okay. No, I'm okay, baby. I don't need no help. I don't need no wellness check. I don't need none of that. That's on you, baby. If you want to be like that, that's on you. You can do what you want to do and live in color. And that was a great mantra that they did on that TV comedy sitcom. That's real. You can do what you want to do. In black and white too. You can do what you want to do in monochrome. You can do what you want to do in monochrome amber. Monochrome. It's all kind of things that you can do. It's up to you. If you want to do this, you can make things happen, but you got to put action behind it. So, today's topic, 3 particular subjects, they kind of work together, correlates. We're talking about words. I'm going to type it in here so you understand what I'm saying. You can see what I'm saying today. I don't have a lot of visual aid today. I had props and everything, showing you different things. This is aluminum, you know. This is acrylic. Acrylic plastic, and you can recycle those. This is a box, cardboard box. This goes to an analog Apollo twin, right? You go and recycle these boxes. They don't want these because it has the ink printing on it. Some mills can take it, but some can't. So we're talking about words. Cardboard. Every piece of cardboard is not the same. Point blank. You got cardboard that's regular corrugated material. You got cardboard that has wax on it. Cardboard that has print on it. You got cardboard that got staples in it. Cardboard that got tape around it. They don't want the extra stuff on it. They just want the original stuff. So, talk about words. We're talking about originality. Originality is a must. Trust. Hey, Gumar Adventures, I see you, baby. Hello, this is ScrAp TV. Talking about recycling, music, and cooking, on the cooking side of the game. I do got cooking videos, but I'm doing it a little bit different what you think I'm doing. I'll follow the recipe, but I'll put a little twist or something in there. I do, and that'll blow your mind because you'll eat it and be like, whoa, this is beautiful. This tastes good. Ask Nadine Adams. You can ask a lot of people that I'm cooked for. My homies, I used to cook pizzas for my homeboys. When I worked at Domino's Pizza, and I worked at Pizza Hut. I worked at Domino's Pizza for at least about 7 or 8 years. And I was MVP. MVP means I'm good at delivery. I'm good at cooking. I'm good at ordering, buying. I'm good at management. And I did it I did all those things in one. I was the guy that they needed at the company. I still see the owner of the franchise. The owner of the franchise still sees me at a store or whatever, shopping. DeSz'e, we need you back. I need you back, DeSz'e. You were the best. You were the best with me, DeSz'e. And I'm like, yeah. Congratulations. Thank you to me for taking initiative and being the employee of the month, employee 2 or 3 times in the year, and employee of the year, and MVP. And I got a plaque to prove it. So yes, that's where I'm at, trying to be the best. So in the words that we're choosing, the best, initiative, excellence, superior, upper echelon. You can say it that way too. So, victorious. Yeah, I like victorious. I like being the victor. And when I looked up victorious, what does that mean? What does it mean to be the victor? The victor, you see that? It's a V. Boom, boom. Power. My hands are stretched to the skies. I get power that way. I feel power. I don't get power when I do like this. Maybe if I won a race, but I'm going to actually have my hands up high. Something about the human body. Reaching your hands up to the sky and to the heavens. Or just upwards motion. Some kind of way it brings energy, and the synergy of it makes you feel good, makes you feel powerful. So think about that. Think about that. And now think about this. Let's pull you over to my side a little bit more. I don't want to keep leaning over. This table's different. Change the table today. I put 2 things of Formica on here. So I can move it any kind of way I want to do it. But this is a nice setup, right? I can move that box out the way. And the setup even gets better, right? I can move the camera just a little bit. Right? And it's more equilibrium. The equilibrium on the video is cool. I'm right here next to the P and the ScrAp. I had to write this backwards, so and then I had, right before we came on, which I will start doing more of that, just got through watching a video from Luciana's Success about how to go live properly, right? The right way. And a lot of good PowerPoints in there. Scheduling your live. Having everything set up, because nobody's going to set that up. You've seen me in earlier lives, because I was just, seeing what works for me. And my lighting, my positioning, my vocals, my projection of voice, my logo. It's not a logo, but that lets you know what I am. I'm about this. I'm about recycling. I wish I could draw the recycling thing. I could do that, but it'll take me a minute to do it right. With the 3 arrows in a triangle. Cool. So when you see those symbols, I need to write that down too. When you see those symbols, and you see the signs, you need to be aware and take heed. You gotta take heed to signs and symbols. So it ain't always about words, about what you can actually see too. You need to know the meanings. You need to know the origin of a word. Some words are based in Latin. Some words are actually made up, like copacetic. Mr. Bojangles, the guy that used to dance with Shirley Temple, used to tap dance. I can do a little tap dance. I got a little move. I want to do it. I had to learn that. And I had to make my feet do the making rhythms with your feet. Mr. Bojangles danced with Shirley Temple, and he came up with that word. And he was like 63 when he made it. So it's no age limit on making it and whatever you're trying to do. So, copacetic, not a word in the dictionary, or Webster didn't have that word. The Latin prefixes might work, but copacetic, meaning everything is cool. That's a lot of words, a lot of letters for cool, right? But yeah, we'll do it like that. But I appreciate you coming and came through here again. I appreciate you coming back to ScrAp TV. This is deSz'e. And yeah, I'm on at 5 a.m. in the morning and 5 p.m. in the evening. Definitely coming with a different topic, different things, different looks, different show, a different program, a different kind of podcast right here. Some of these things can help you. They go parallel to a lot of different things. Could help you. So don't think that just picking up cans or scrapping a vacuum cleaner or scrapping a refrigerator or swapping out something for money, going to a thrift store or dollar store is beneath you. It's not. You should be aware of all the things that are available to you right now. You can get some things for free. They say the best things in life are for free. So that's up to you. If it is to be, it is up to me. So yes, do what you do, baby. Learn. Learn how to win. It could be your only end. You gotta learn how to win. But if you don't learn how to win, and sometimes you gotta roll with the punches too. If it's going one way, you gotta fit in that groove. Okay? If it's all one style, then your juxtaposed words or name or symbol or sign could get you in a lot of trouble, right? I'm reluctant to even say anything about certain symbols. I'm not going to even say it because it's all being recorded, it's all being said. And I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say anything about a religion or a particular dark group, a dark pattern. But you can have the wrong symbols. Man, I just thought of 3 more symbols that were negative. Got a negative context to it, a visual. And you see these things on cars, houses, flags. It sends a message to you and says, hey, that's what that is. Don't talk to those people. Don't work with them. Be aware of those people. Stay away. Or even a gang who has a gang, a group, cartel, a coup, C-O-O-C-O-U-P, coup. A coup. A coup. Yeah, we having fun here at ScrAp TV. So yeah, a coup can take over and make a mutiny of a situation. You want to stay away from those. You don't want to be in those particular groups. That comes back to hurt you. It comes back to get you in a minute. Being in a gang as well, there will be some memories that you don't want to remember. Yeah. Some things that you don't want to be part of. Some things that you were sworn in to secrecy. Sworn into a society that is doing ill doings. Sworn into a society that's doing good things. There's still going to be some bad memories and some bad thoughts. You don't want that to linger in your memory, so you want to stay clear. Learn yourself first. And when I mean learn yourself, learn what the meaning of your name is. Boy, I'm going off today. This is awesome. So yes, what company? Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's coming too. It's coming through, right? Check it out. 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes. And this is ScrAp TV. I'm deSz'e. Today we're talking about words, names, and trains. What is the meaning of your name? Do you know? Have you looked it up? Did you ever go to what do you call it? A gas station / coffee shop / food place? I think it was called Shoney's. You got Bucky's. It was always an E. Stokey's. It was always an E to the thing. But in the lobby, in the gift shop, they would have a gift shop. A gift shop, they would have keychains, right? And keychains with names on it. Very rarely would I see my name on there. Very rarely would I see my cosmic name on there too. Very rarely would I would always see Bill, Chris, Susan, Mike, Sherry. Wouldn't be a Shireen or a Lakeisha or a La Nicole or a Nikki. It was a Nicole, but it wouldn't be a La Nicole or a Nikki or Nikki D or Nikki J or Nikita. There was none of that. It was always the cookie cutter names, right? Joe, Jack, John, William, Troy. It would be a Troy. It would be Helen. Helen of Troy. Did not just run off of that one. I ran off of that one. So yeah, I ran with that one. And I'm punting off of what I'm seeing at those stores when I was there in that gift shop. They didn't have my name. They didn't have that. They didn't have a lot of my friends' names either. But they would always have a Bob, Susan, a Ray, a Linda. I'm going off, man. I'm going off. I love it, man. I love it. I'm going off to that, man. So, all these names, man, you need to know what they mean. Okay? Take a name like Eric. What does Eric mean? It means ruler, king. Write the name Eric backwards. What do you have? It says sire. That's the name that they would say. That's a word they would call their king. Yes, sire. Okay, sire. Wow, that name goes is backward and forward, and it's royalty in the name. And you've got Rick. A definite suffix in that name. If you look at it, it's E-Rick. Rick, or E-R-R-I-C-K. There's different spellings and different ways to do that, but you got Rick in there. You got Ricky. You got Richard. You've got Rich. The homie that you call Rich, he's got an abundance, right? Rich. What's up, Rich? Richie Rich. Got a guy, I ain't gonna name his name either, but it was a play off that same name. So Richie Rich was the rich kid, right? The silver spoon story, you know, where you're the guy's born into richness. Doesn't know nothing about poverty. He has everything. Everything he could ever want. This guy has it. He ain't got a want for nothing. He eats good. His friends are not so rich. But in his name resides his power. His name resides his power. So you can't deny power of names and words and letters. If you get into numerology, all the letters have numbers. Add those numbers up and sum it up to 2 digits, and then sum those 2 digits. Sum those 2 digits, and you got your power number. A number that lets you know who you are, what you're about, what you're going through now, what you've done in the past, and what you're going to be doing in the future. I didn't make this up. This is from history. This is 2 systems that were made. One is the Chaldean system. The other system is more modern. The Chaldean system is still relevant today. I go by the Chaldean system. Okay? I can read your numbers, and I'm like, this ain't no witchcraft or nothing like that. We're not into the tarot thing, but I'm telling you, even tarot, read those letters and count those numbers up and find out everything about tarot cards. Everything about anybody that you meet. Everything about any business that you're doing business with. Going off today, man. I'm going off. Should be way more people in here. Like and share it live if you can. Get more people to check it out. Watch the replay. I'm talking about some serious stuff now. I didn't know I was going to go that serious. But the Chaldean system is something else. We're talking about words, the meanings, signs, the symbols. You got. I gave my signs away to my play system. I had some signs here. I had some signs that you can see, like do not enter, danger, high voltage, watch out, shipping and receiving, authorized personnel only, one way, merge, caution, emergency, for sale, for rent, for lease, for sale by owner, new leases, inquire within, inquire inside, all bills paid. I flipped that. I had an album that I was going to come out with, and I didn't come out with it. This is back in 96, 97. And that record was going to be called All Slibs Paid. That's bills backwards. All bills paid. I like when all my bills are paid. And that's the way I roll. I'm at my best when I don't owe anybody. I have no outstanding tickets, no outstanding warrants, no things holding over my head, dangling me like a puppet. I don't like that. I like to be free. I like to be fresh. I like to be attentive and available and adventurous. I like to do different things. Just what I like to do. I like to do it, change it up. I do something different every time. This will be the first time you've seen me close in like this. You don't even see the stuff that's in the back. You don't see all the stuff over here. I'm working on. I'm working on that stuff. I gotta get that done today. And get into some other things. So I appreciate all you guys coming through. Let's see who's in the chat. The new words, yes. Yes, that's me. And Guma Adventures Job. And Nadine. He's something else. Had to put all your information in there, didn't you? Boy, I tell you. You can't, appreciate the support. You gotta protect yourself too. You gotta protect yourself at all times. Some of us don't know how to protect ourselves. Putting a lot of information on these situations. Even if you had a symbol for your name, they're gonna inquire so much about you. What did the lady ask me yesterday in the evening line? Where are you from? I'm from here. You know, I'm not trying to say too much. And hey, I'm going over here. I went over here when I was young. I went over here after that. I went over there after that. What? You stay in Chicago? Yeah, I was in Chicago for a minute. For a good minute. They wanted me to stay there for the whole 2 years. I was refurbishing a lot of Home Depots and the home improvement store. So I was one of the elite that could do so much, travel, and be able to stay there. And they said they would fly me back and forth to commute with my wife, right? And you know that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work at all. More time away from your wife. You're spending a whole week in Illinois, and then you fly home for a day, and you gotta fly right back and do a whole nother week. Do it again. Do it again. And do it again. Rinse and repeat. But my marriage wasn't going to tolerate that, and nor that I was going to tolerate me being away that long. Somebody slid in the back door, and I couldn't see him, and I couldn't tell who it was. I can't accuse. Somebody accused me. Run through my phone in the middle of the night, but there it is. There was no way to do that. But I actually was in Chicago, did Houston for a while, did Arizona for a good minute. Different kind of people in Arizona than they are in Arkansas or Kansas or Missouri. Different style, different speed, different talk, different names, different companies. Some of them were the same cookie cutter companies that we talked about yesterday morning. But indeed, you need to know the meaning of some of these names, some of these company names, some of these symbols. Look on the bottom, the back side or the bottom part. Next, probably close to the UPC number, the UPC barcode. As you can see the company's name and insignia. There might be a symbol next to the name of the company. There's a symbol to Mickey D's. There's a symbol to Tom McCann, the shoe company. There's a symbol to soap company, detergent. There's a symbol to it, or the words are written in the symbol style. That is their identity. So you can do even more research by just doing the Chaldean system of numerology, which is not witchcraft. This is a science. Numerology, count the numbers, sum those up, and bring it down to a single digit. Combine that sum into one digit. Do the story on these guys. Learn something from the companies that you work for, companies that you do business with. You can learn something. Companies that you're about to venture with, companies that you are thinking about doing. What is your launch date? Coach says, hey, when did you start YouTube? When did you start Twitter? When did you start Instagram? When did you start Snapchat? When did you start Periscope? When did you start Ustream? When did you start MySpace? What was your name on there? Why was it that? What's your email address? Why is your email address that name? Why is your company name that? What is your handle? What is your handle if you was on the CB back in the day when we had CBs and truckers could talk to each other, or even in using the Morse code digitally? This is so-and-so and so, breaker 19, breaker 19. This is Good Buddy. Why is your name Good Buddy? Why did that get carried on wherever Bob Denver went, whatever he acted in? That word kept going from Dobie Gillis to Gilligan's Island, Gilligan's Island to I Dream of Jeannie. Whatever he went, these things kept going and it followed him. There's an aura that got attached to him. You look at the guy who played Arnold in Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis? Stuck with him, that was a stereotype. Those series of words. What you talking about? Or D from the black girl from What's Happening. Ooh, I'ma tell mama. And What's Happening comes from Cooley High, the movie Cooley High. That was a spinoff from that movie. And the girl that played Preacher's sister, ooh, I'ma tell mama. And the mama looked almost dang near just like the mama in What's Happening. You know, but words mean something. Words mean a lot. Recycle. See the symbol for recycle is one big loop, right? Triangle of loop. And we make the product, you use the product, you recycle a product, then that product is recycled again and put back into a product. And then thusly, it keeps going in that triangle. The meaning of recycling. And it was a word and it's a symbol. Now you can recognize the symbol. I put those emojis in my text sometimes, and people pay attention. I'm like, what? Recycling? It blows people's mind because I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know that was what it is. I didn't know you could get extra money. I didn't know you could make money. I didn't know you could make a living out of this. I didn't know you didn't have to pay taxes on certain things until a certain amount. I didn't know you could write certain things on. I didn't know I need to keep my receipts clear and in orderly function. Got a file system back here. And I'm still implementing my discipline to make myself put those receipts in the proper places so I can show myself well approved, well studied. That's what I'm gonna do. Reading books. Put that down too. Got reading books in the mix. Now that one just came. So reading books. You gotta learn what the words mean to read. Literacy in any language or any idiom is necessary. Any idiom. If you just read emojis, you lost me, but I'm learning the emojis now. The poop emoji, smiling emoji. And me, I'm still on the old emojis, right? I'm on the old emojis, so I'm just dot. I'm just dot, smiley face. That's just me. Or the one eye winking, saying, hey, I got a cut for you. Or the frowning one. The frowning emoji. You can go back, you can go dot. You can go dot and a frown. You can put ears on it and his forehead. You got a guy frowning with his nose. You got a guy that's frowning. Or that could be a mustache. You can have the mouth open. It's up to you. Old emojis. You got people that just only speak. You got sign language. You got sign language as well. I know some sign language, but in hi, bye, peace, you need to know what your symbols are. And the other one, which is these fingers down and that finger down. And we don't care about the thumb, but you see that one finger up. You know what that's about. And we ain't gonna do that. Visually cussing. And then this here was with that finger. That's really the ultimate cussing in sign language, body language. signs and symbols. I'm telling you, you need to know these things. You need to know that this means you're closed up. You ain't trying to talk to nobody. You're looking in another direction while they're talking. You're clammed up. Even this body language. Saying, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh my God, how long is this going to take? You start scratching your head, scratching your hair, rubbing your face, patting your chin, grooming your chin. Means you kind of learning something. Adjusting your glasses, rubbing your stomach. I'm hungry. Oh my God, I'm hungry. Why would you rub your stomach? Because that's where the food goes? Why wouldn't you rub no. Because this means my lips are sealed. Oh my goodness. You're blown away. You can't believe what's happened. So all these gestures and stuff go with body language, and these are words being expressed through your actions. Hands open. Catch a football. Hello. Goodbye. These things can help you when you're doing anything in life. This is common sense, common reasoning. Because you could throw out the bad words, bad thoughts, bad signals, gang signs. Even this has become trivial. That's throwing up that's 3 6s, right? 1, 2, 3. It's 0. So it's a 6 3 times. Think about it. It's just all kind of different things. And this could be okay. This is also okay. No. And it's so many different meanings. It's double meanings to things. I'm not going to even go into that. That's a rabbit hole in itself. The rabbit hole in itself is going through double meanings. In different ways that you can say a word. Like I read all the time. I read books. But I'm not good at reading people. I'm not good at reading people. So I gotta learn how to read people sometimes. I gotta pay attention to things that have happened to me before. And there's certain types of people who keep pulling the same stunt. And if I don't learn, I'm a fool to that scheme every time. And sometimes guys with similar names, like there's a Bob, there's a Rob, there's a Knob, there's a Cobb, there's Todd, all the odd type names, right? Some of those guys act the same, bro. Some of them act the same. Nikki is a bad name. A freaky type name. Nikki, Shiniki, Titniki, Lil Nikki. Nikki D, Nikki P, Nikki B. Ashley, Ashley F, Ashley A. Remember the cartoon, the name of that cartoon? They had Finster in it. And one of the teachers was Finster, and she was representing the name of Finster. She was a finster. She was so detached from reality of communicating with another partner in life that she was single for the rest of her life. Cat lady type style. Have pets instead of human friends. Stuck in a reality or a paradox. Stuck in a paradox. And they called it a finster. Our Lady Mrs. Brooks, the TV show, where Eve Arden definitely trying to meet a man and get married or go to the next level and be something, have a family. Might have waited too long to meet a man. And it's almost a joke now for her to even have a family or have kids or have a sexual relationship or social relationship with a guy who reciprocates her wants and needs and her action. Because Eve Arden, she is a master thespian. She's acting the best role in that show. Constantly having witty jokes about her being lonely, or about her not being able to find a man, or about the man missing the point every time she throws a hint to him. He's not reciprocating. He goes off on another tangent, and she knows he's going to do it. She tells her roommate the same thing about her problems. She tells her students. She tells her principal. She tells everybody. She wanted to even be with the principal at one time. She wanted to be with anybody that would pay her attention. So she lived up to the word finster. And this cartoon had that in it. It used to come on one Saturday mornings on ABC. The name of the show leaves me right now, but I would watch that show. It had TJ was one of the characters. But you had Finster, and they call her Mrs. Finster. And she was unpleasant to look at, unpleasant attitude. I don't think ever she had a good attitude presented in the show. In that cartoon, it was so realistic. And she lived up to that word. Now, you got guys who have names, girls who have names. Maleficent, the name of the girl that was on the Disney film, which is the bad spirited witch type thing. The wicked witch of the east, the wicked witch of the west, the wicked witch of the south. Whichever way you want that wicked to go, that's in the name. And that name, the context of the name, and the denotation of the name. it's just not positive. You're reading it and you're like, the B word, like witch, can seem negative. And now it's been flipped. And you can say that in a lot of places. Say that to some women. You can call a dude the B word and there's no repercussions that come after that. Because they know what you're saying. And sometimes you gotta call a spade a spade. Think about the word spade. What is a spade? Back in the day, it was used as a racial term too. It was part of your cards that you played. King of diamonds, king of hearts, king of spades, king of clubs. You Titsum Spade Munya. Now that came out of the movie Do the Right Thing. Spike Lee he went through all the examples of all the negative words that you can call somebody. And it had every race, not every race, but a few races just going off on any epithet they can and calling you whatever they want, you bully, you spirit chunker, you kite, you all these different words that were just calling each other in the camera. And it was just examples of how much we use these words to hurt each other. Gender-wise or racial-wise or genre or age. Age discrimination is a thing. I'm sorry. If you see a couple wrinkles, some gray hair, I'm already school. I'm already old school. Sir, thanks for the compliment. I'm old school. I'm old fogey. Has been, or something like that. I hate that with those particular titles. But I gotta accept them. Uncle, grandpa, uncle, grandpa, gramps, your granddaddy, come here, man. Stepdaddy. No, I accept it now. I'm in that age, man. I've got my stripes. I did, what I did in life, and I'm grown now. I don't think the same way. I'm thinking very positive now. Wish I knew then what I knew now. Because now, I'm on fire, baby. If you told me then, I'd be like, nah. Godfrey. What a name, Godfrey. It has God in it, right? It has free in it, fry. I had a manager named Godfrey. He said he was the manager of the OJs, the R&B group, the R&B soul group, the OJs. And he was a manager of us. We were a rap group, a hip-hop group. And he told us a lot of stories about the OJs. We couldn't validify it. But very good stories. He said one thing to me one day at Sound Warehouse where I was working at. I worked at Sound Warehouse. I worked at Blockbuster Music. I worked at Guitar Center. I worked at these music stores, right? I'm serious about making it in the music industry. Being in radio and all that stuff. I was there. I was at, KKDA. I went at these radio stations. I was at ABC, ESPN. I was in those particular circles. Trying to make a difference. Trying to make my sense of my career. Godfrey once said one day, God bless his soul, he went on to glory. And Godfrey would come to our rehearsals. Godfrey would come to our studio sessions. Godfrey would come to my job. Godfrey would be at the club. Godfrey would be at the show. Godfrey would be everywhere we went. He was there. And he wanted us to sign those contracts. I signed that contract. And some of the others didn't want to sign the contract because of conflict of interest between me dealing with those particular groups that I was producing, or making music with, or making music for, or managing. So, point is, he said, you're going to wait till you get old before you even come out with some music, with your music, with your artwork, with your talent. You're going to wait till you get old, and then you're coming out. I was pompous. I was proud. Leon Haywood and like Dwayne and what's happening? And then I checked myself right there and I said, you know what? I will get old before I come out with my record. I said those words. I'm living that reality now. Some things got released and it wasn't mine, it wasn't my projects. These were other people I was producing for or helping with their project or doing cameos on their albums and their releases. Singles, singing the hook on singles. Like I reshelled or shelved. The point of me saying I will get old when I come out with my record. There was so much going on when I was a young kid in this music thing, or entertainment, performances, even singing in church, and playing instruments in church and all that. Sometimes preaching or whatever, doing testimonies. I was doing all this stuff, right? I always had somebody over me that kind of claimed that they wanted a piece out of me. They wanted something, they had something to hang, dangle over my head and say, hey, it's not a contract, but it's more of a common law contract. Hey, LaShawna, she says as well today, my topic is names, words, names, and trains. And I'm also added signs and symbols. And I've already went over the recycling symbol where it's, you got the product, goes to the customer uses it, customer sends it to trash or recycling, and then the recyclers take it back to the companies in a form that they can remake the product. The cycle never ends. It's a triangle loop. It's a symbol that you recognize with. And I put that symbol in my title, and people come. Recycling. They know that recycling symbol. They don't even have to look at the words, but they'll come. Certain emojis too. They'll come to those particular things, not just hashtags, but they'll come to that just because they see what it is. Yes. Already. So my thing is, do you know the meaning of your name? I went through numerology as well. We talked about tarot cards and such like that. We're not into the tarot cards and stuff like that. But let me tell you, numerology is a science. It is not a wishful, mysterious thing. Every letter has a number to it. And all those numbers can be combined in a series or a sequence. Those numbers mean things. Those letters and those consonants and vowels, they all mean something. So when you name your kid Dirty, count those letters. The D has a number. What's a D? D is the number 4. I has a number. R has a number. T has a number. Y has a number. Put those numbers together. Sum those numbers up. Combine those 2 digits, and you got your number for that name. With your numerology, you check it. There's 2 systems. Might be 3, but there's 2 systems I know of. The Chaldean system, and this is since the beginning of time, is what the Chaldean system is. And with the Chaldean system, it still works. The new system is a little derivative of the Chaldean system, but the Chaldean system still works. And I can count those numbers up, sum it up, and look and see what your past is, what you are in the present, and what you are in the future. These are life lessons. God did this. I didn't do this. And no pathos, mysterious God or mystery God has done this. This was done on purpose. The Bible is numerology. You can speak blessings or you can speak curses to yourself. And every word, and if you speak those words in the Bible, things come and things happen. They do. And you can't deny it. Letters are numbers. Numbers mean something too. So you can find your chart. You can find things. What's imperfect? The calendar. The calendar is imperfect. You're looking at the thesaurus to look up the meaning of your name. And I asked that earlier. Do you know the meaning of your name? And I heard you last night. And well, this morning, I just got through looking at how to go live, right, the right way. I watched that before I came on today. I got to almost to the very end. I had to come on live on Fresh Time. But you said something about the way they had your name and how your name comes up and how they say your name, La Shana or Lu Shana. There is a Lu, and you made sure that they pronounce it right. And now, don't nobody say La Shana. Nobody says that. Everybody says Lu Shana. Very original, very specific, very distinctive. Name that means something. Those words mean something. And it's a train that you can get on and ride and be part of something. Hey, I see you, El Valero. XD. I see you, baby. You came back. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming back from yesterday. I appreciate you. Yesterday morning. Today we're talking about words, names, and trains, signs and symbols that you know. This is ScrAp TV. Station identification. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and this is ScrAp TV. I'm deSz'e, and I appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate people who came in earlier and just stepped in for a minute. And we're talking about powerful things right today. I thought about it, and the words come into my head, and I write it down, I capture it, and I said, what is in a name? And definitely all these things come into play. Who knew that Luciana would say that in her video about her name, getting it right, and telling people how to treat you, how to say your name. Who would have thought that would have been in that particular episode? Getting ready before it's time. Having your props and stuff set up already. That was at the first video. I'm paying attention. I be paying attention for real. I will bullet point the heck out of somebody's video. I want to know the knowledge. I want to get it. I want to use it. I want to implement. One of the songs I did with Yaki K, Pump Up the Jam, Pump It Up. Yeah, I did 2.5 albums with her. She had a song called Implement Your Instrument. And implement is implementation. That means you're actually acting it out. Like faith without works. You have to do some works for faith to work. So she say, implement our instrument. We're gonna do it all again. We're gonna implement our instrument. Implement our instrument. We're gonna do it again and again. I don't know all the words, but they were all positive. I'm like, man, that is a heck of a song, and I did the music for it. But that was probably one of the best artists I ever worked with was YKK. Kamosi Manuela is her real name. And I think she got deported, but definitely was a great artist, and I love working with her. I've never seen an artist like that. Could be in the next room when I'm working on something and working on the music, and I say, pretty much got the music right. And she's over there writing the whole time. Comes in there and does it one take. In one take, she comes in. Yeah, you remember her? Yeah. And she was in, the Gap video. And they were selling jeans for the Gap. It was a store called the Gap. She did that, worked that body for me. She had simple words in her songs. Oh, I pledge you say, get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day. Man, my day, she had Rosie Perez dancing for her on Saturday Night Live on her first performance. Very young at that age, and that song gets played in every basketball game for a long time in football games, and she still gets a check. Sometimes that check would be $250,000. Sometimes that check would be $100,000. But that check comes every 3-4 months. And I'm like, whoa! I need to get me some songs and I learn from her. If you can't get those words right, what do those words mean? And you got to write those words in a way that is arithmetic, where it's in your head like a Dr. Seuss song or a Mother Goose type thing, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Bob Marley. They all talked in simple words. Louis Farrakhan, all of them. President Barack Obama was so eloquent. He was eloquent. I don't care what you think about him. He speaks in plain English, and he speaks it in a way that he reaches you. And I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, dude, I think Obama need to come on back on TV and just give us a speech, because I love the way he talks. I love how the words roll off his mouth. I read his book. I read Trump's book. I read Bill Gates' book. I've read Nene Leakes' book. I've read Oprah Winfrey's book. I've read them. I'm serious about it. I read those books. I read Zig Ziglar. I've read Joel Osteen's book. And reading the Joel Osteen book is a little, and I'm picking on him. I pick on him a little bit, because I'm there, I'm hearing his voice. Hey guys, how y'all doing? When I'm reading the lyrics, the words off the page, and I hear him in his rhythm and his talking. Zig Ziglar too. Hey, I don't let that little twang in his voice. I hear it, and I can't stand it. But it's ridiculous, but I hear it. But those guys are very popular, and those guys get their thing. Susie Orman is one as well, that you hear the voice and you see the words, and you can take those words and use it in your life. So yeah, do you know what your name means? I even talked about you need to know the meanings. You need to know what symbols are. You need to know what signs are. Part of driving, your driver's test. If you're recruited into an institution, an army or anything, they got signs: caution, merge, one way. I used to have some signs. I want to show you excuse my chair, bro. I would show you some signs that I had. I was saving them, like do not disturb, caution, danger, high voltage, shipping and receiving, signs that let you know, slow down, yield, stop. All of those, I had those signs all over here, and I just cleaned it out and gave them to my play sister. She took them. She was so envious, she wanted to put them in maybe her grandson's room or something like that, or one of the theme room with nothing but signs on the wall. I used to collect signs just through the years. I had so many signs, ridiculous. Not stealing signs, but signs that were abandoned and signs that I inherited. So we're going with that. Let's see what you're saying. Let's see what we're saying. We got showing success. We got motivated to soar. Woo! She came back. And I like what you said, motivated to soar. I was watching a little bit at the end of Lashana's. I started watching it, and I like what you're saying as well. I love your voice. Your voice is so dynamic. Motivated to soar. And that's just a suggestion. Do some audio books or something. Audio program. You got a great voice. You should definitely be in broadcasting. And here we are. We're all broadcasters now. And I've lost my voice. I used to be, hi, I used to be that guy. I used to be able to throw my voice in so many different registers and sound like a woman if I wanted to. I used to sing Karen Wheeler songs, Alita Adams songs. I used to sing Shirley Caesar songs when I was a boy. When I was a little boy, that was the song they wanted me to sing, No Charge by Shirley Caesar. When you add it all up, there's no charge. They like, sing that song, boy. Come over here and sing that song. I sing it at family reunions. I sing it every Sunday. I sing it at church. I was in the band. I was in the Sunshine Band and all that stuff. I was a solo guy. I could sing solo. My voice was, it was a Michael Jackson-y type of voice. I was a little more pure at that time. And life has been life, and I abused it. But you have a great voice, Motivated to Soar, and a good name. I like that name. So yes, Luciana Success has a great voice. And we got to take care of it as well. And who else was in the chat? I saw my man L Valentine. And we need to get Valentina Beals back as well. And I'm going to get that car washed up from him. But I think it's like $35 for a big bucket of that stuff. So yes, today is 5 o'clock in the morning. And this is ScrAp TV Central Standard Time coming on at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the evening. Central Standard Time. I'm deSz'e, ScrAp TV. Gotta let you know who I am. And today we're talking about words, names, and trains, signs and symbols. I added at the end. Signs and symbols. Do you know what symbols are? Symbols. Do you know any? Now, wouldn't this be pop? Wouldn't this pop? This would pop. This is what you said? Yeah, life lessons. And that's what numerology will let you know. Your life, where you at, and what life lessons do you need to know. It's not witchcraft. And that's what I used to travel with, was a master numerologist. And you think, who are all master numerologists? Bill Cosby, Barack Obama. These guys know. They know how to pull the right words and make you do, or they can manipulate you if they wanted to. Louis Farrakhan, the same thing. He's in my numerologist guy that I wrote with, Mr. Carter. He actually knows who's who. And he's like, oh yeah. He doesn't follow the minister, but he knows that he's a master numerologist. And the Bible is written in numerology. The Quran is numerology. Those words have power. And you need to know what words that you need to use to command. And that's why I like Manage to Soar. Because you command on that microphone, that little microphone, I'm a tenant. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like this. I'm like, watching a video, I'm like, I'm stuck. I can't move. Another guy who's a new guy that I'm just getting used to, he calls himself the Reaper. He calls himself the Reaper. The Reaper don't play. The Reaper keep it one. I'm like, hey man, you doing your thing. And he might be wrong on some points. He might be right on a lot of points. But he commands you. He commands your attention. He's verbally stimulating, if not visually stimulating, but verbally stimulating. And definitely, I love how everybody's growing, and I hope that we grow. I see other communities, but they don't have this quality thing. We got to get the quality right, and that's what I love about being in the champion, the 1,000 plus movement, which probably gonna have to go up to 5,000 plus, 10,000 plus, 20,000 plus, 50,000 plus. And who's doing that? Who's doing it? Who has those kind of numbers? Farrakhan did before they kicked him off of that thing. Tommy Sotomayor had those numbers. O'Shea Duke Jackson had those numbers. The Dayton dudes, they had those numbers. Jason Black has those numbers. But you listen to Jason Black, he doesn't even show his face when he does his lives. He doesn't even do, he does a couple contents, but he does lives. But his voice is so commanding, and he's got a compressor on his voice. He's using a compressor similar to an outboard gear system that you put in a rack. Something where it keeps your voice. So you think about Michael Jackson, right? They use compressors on Michael because he could be, I don't know what to say. I'm not, and then go, ow! He can do all these things, but it all stayed in the same. Mystical, the rapper Mystical, I'm coming like I am, a roach leaf. He can do that, and everything is audible. So you gotta commend Jason Black, even if you don't agree with him. If you don't agree with Farrakhan or any of these guys, Reggie, Mr. Jackson, Barack, any of them, you can, Trump, any of them, they got compressors on their voice and their microphone. So you will hear every single word that they say. There will not be a discrepancy in what they said. And you got to identify with that. Your soul identifies with it. Your body, it resonates through your body, through your mind. It's in your subconscious. You heard it. And you heard it first with those guys because they are conscious of their audio. So that's the reason I didn't want to come on live, because I didn't know how to do this phone thing. I didn't know how to do the Restream or the Ustream or whatever, the Who stream, doo-doo-doo stream, whatever it is. I don't care about what the name is. I want my audio to be right. I want a mixer that's going straight into the thing so you hear what I hear. I want good sound. And I'm winging it. I'm winging it with this phone. And I listen back and I'm like, not too bad. I ain't doing that bad. But you're hearing me. And I will have my microphone and lapel mic, especially when I'm in the field and doing stuff in other locations. So I want you to hear what I gotta say. I want to hear what I gotta say too. I'm learning too. So this ain't just for you. It's for me. I'm talking to myself when I'm talking to you. So yeah, that's what it is. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and this is ScrAp TV. I'm deSz'e. Today we're talking about words, names, and trains, signs, and symbols. Do you know what your name means? Do you know what company you work for? Do you know what that name means that when you go to work every day? You know what that name means? Do you know what day that company started? LaShawna will say, do you know when your day started on YouTube? Do you know what day you started on Instagram? All that stuff makes sense. It makes a difference in your development. Do you know the company you're working with, when they started? That's what I ask when I'm in an interview. I'll tear them up. When I go to an interview with a company, a new company or something, or a new client, whatever, I want to know everything. I'm not working for no Satan worshiping type of company or whatever, or ill-gotten company, or we do this and we do that and we hurt people over here. I don't want to work for that, or a racial group or something like that. And that's something I have to say as well. We'll give a side note to that. Let me write that down. You need to know what company you're working with. You need to know who you work for. You need to know why you're a Democrat or why you're a Republican or liberal, or libertarian, or what ticket that you are. You need to know what that means. Do you know what democracy means? Do you know the Bill of Rights? Do you ever even read anything? Have you even tried to read a book? Are you literally trying to learn something? And you need to know what words and what letters mean and how they get put together. Whoever commands the English language is the winner, is the victor. What is the victor? The victor is me doing this in the chat with the head. I got the head and I got the arms going up. That's me going, yay, yay. That's the victor right there. That means I'm victorious. So you need to learn that. What words can you use when you're conveying a message that needs to be heard or might be something to aid somebody or touch somebody? Don't you hate going to a class and the teacher is monotone? Yeah, I hate that. I can't stand it. That's why I pretty much left college. They said I was too smart. I left college and I was like, I can't take no more of that. Economics class was kicking my butt. I'm like, oh my goodness, man. I already know some of this stuff. It's the tone that he was coming in. Like, no, dude, I can't keep doing this every day. I like the girl sitting next to me. She bought my record at the time. And I saw her later on in life. And, but yeah. Do you know the name, what the name means to the companies that you're working with, the companies that you buy from? If you remember the soap companies and the detergent companies, they used to have a little signal at the back of their product near the, near the, and you got the recycle symbol on there and stuff like that nowadays. But back then, they used to put these symbols on the products that we were buying. And these were not godly. I'm going to say not godly. Not godly symbols. And you're paying homage to their God by buying that product, and you didn't even know it subliminally. You're buying music, and the music, the words backwards, was backward masking. Another one bites the dust. Another one, come on, man. They wind it, they played it at the Christian school I used to go to, and they would say, and they played it backwards, and it was, try to smoke marijuana. Try to smoke marijuana. It was the first, and what they say, marijuana is the entry drug to all the drugs. Another one bites the dust. The meaning was there in your face. Reversed, it was saying, try to smoke marijuana. Try to smoke. Okay. Scary, right? There's a lot of things that can be backward masked. They backward masked President Obama's "Yes, we can" was thank you, not God. It was thank you, not God. That's messed up, ain't it? Yes, we can. I'm like, that's positive. No, it's not. No, it's not. You got to pay attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. And Chris Tucker was real with that one. That was serious. That overtone in that part of the movie is so serious that you got to pay attention to the words. Anyway, station identification. We went over a little bit. We're counting it down. This is the end of this particular session. I was going over words, and then I'm going to do a bonus with all the words that I got that I just thought of with, you need to know these are words that have been redone. So yeah, we're counting down. We're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Then there's -1, -2, -3. But that's all negative. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about positive things that can help you, right? And this is the bonus part of the show. This is ScrAp TV. I'm deSz'e. This has been cool. We had a good time. Let's go through a couple of these words. The basis of words is more so based on Latin or Greek, definitely, and African. So you need to know what the prefixes to some of these words are. And you think about re. got a girl, you always shorten people's names down south. If your name's like LaShawna said the other day, they call me Sean, Sean. Yeah, they shorten your name. My name is Destiny, and they shortened it. They said Desi. I had to shorten my own thing, because Destiny, some 8-foot dude, yo, Destiny, yo, when we gonna go play some basketball? I'm like, hey, we gotta stop that. You ain't gonna keep calling me Destiny, boy. So yeah, we have to shorten the name. So what we got here, basis of words, is a breakdown of the word. Now we add a prefix to some of these words that are already in existence. So we got recycle, basic situation. You know what recycle means. It's on its own. Recycling, remix, remake, redo button. You got remember undo and redo, that you can undo it, erase it, and then redo it, put it back up there. Those are new little prefixes. Then you got the reconstruction, rehabilitation, recreation. Now, what are we recreating? Or what are we, recreation, go have fun, right? Or force yourself to create, I guess. And then we'll say refill, reprobated, another word for we're not going to even say that word because that's negative. We've changed a lot of words in our what's acceptable, what's politically correct. The Bible says, you know, in a paraphrase type situation, to watch out and be weary of the person that has the reprobated mind. They're stuck on stupid. We're not trying to do that. Refurbish, rerun, reprimand, relive. That's my new thing, because I'm reliving my youth again. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm like Benjamin Button. I'm getting younger. I'm wiser. I wish I knew what I knew now. Then I wouldn't have to feel like I need to go back and relive these years. I want to go do my prom pictures again. Stuff that I couldn't get my wife to do, my ex-wife to do. Stuff like that. So yeah, I like reliving my years again. So these next 50 years, dude, come on now. I'm not putting up with no nonsense. And we're not doing a repeat. We talked about restreams and all that stuff where you just let it go on autopilot. It's not personal, it's impersonal. Relentless, rearrange, restart, relaunch. I relaunched my web. I relaunched my music career. I relaunched my YouTube profile. I redid it, relearned. Sometimes I gotta reread. I'll rewind if I miss something. I'll replay. I'll rethink. Don't want to be a recluse. But when I tell somebody what I want to tell them, I don't say don't and stuff like that. It's words that we don't. We reframe. That's what I use. I don't even like to keep saying that. And I said it a while ago. I just said don't again in the same sentence. I'll say, could you refrain from the swear word, sir? Could you refrain from doing that again? Could you refrain from using that cup again? That cup is wore out. It's leaking water or leaking juice all over my stuff. Could you refrain from acting that way, sir? Could you retract those statements? So there it is, the bonus. ScrAp TV, we did it again. This was in the books, and I feel good about this one because I was prepared. Look at my thumbnail. I did it. It's not the greatest, but I did it. And I'm going to do all of them all over again. We're going to recreate and rethink, relive, reshoot my shot. I shot it and it hit the brick. It's a brick. It hit the rim, like, didn't even hit the goal. I'm reshooting my shot. And I'm shooting my shot. All the things that I want in life right now. And I hope that you're shooting your shot. Please get it together. Let's do this. Let's do this. El Bajero, I appreciate you coming in. Life lessons. You have to learn your life lessons. And Luciana Success, thanks for coming in. Motivated Store, thanks for coming in. My man, Miss Adams, I appreciate you coming in. And El Bajero XD, thanks for coming in. A couple other people said they were coming, and we'll see if they come maybe the next few days. We're still doing it 2 days with deSz'e on ScrAp TV. This has been fun, it's educational, and I'm gonna keep it like that, a little entertainment. But you're gonna learn something. You're gonna learn something on this one, cause I ain't got time to be up here shooting the breeze, being stupid, being silly. See, some people can do that. Some people can. I mean, don't you hate when you see? I mean, well, do you like when you see a person on live sleep for 10 hours? On live, 10 hours. Sleep. Ain't talking to nobody, ain't doing nothing special, ain't doing nothing but laying there. That's interesting. That's a whole nother demographic. Because I don't want nobody just watch me sleep. No, I want you to interact and talk and see what I'm doing. This was done back in the 1980s. This was already out before. Interactive television. I forgot what they call it. It wasn't View. I think View was starting to do this, but you had to buy the box and with the cable, and they would, and they had Teaching Teddy was one of them. Kids get ready, I'm teaching Teddy, and we're gonna have some fun. This was before Teddy Ruxpin, the dog that talked. He would say, "Hey, what is this?" And it would have your choices at the bottom, and you could pick the choices and interact. Hey, you did it! If you got it wrong, he would do something. He would interact with you wrong. Oh, man, I done seen too much. I've seen too much, man. I was there in the days when the cable was squiggly lines and snow all. We trying to watch free cable on channel 36 or something like that. Anyway, this has been fun. This has been awesome interaction. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming through. And I gotta scroll down. Yeah, they did it back then, and they had touchscreen TVs back then too. It just didn't take off. It didn't take off yet. They had all this stuff. They had hologram stuff. They had all these things. They had doors that could. They've had water cars that run on water. They've done all this stuff. Somebody said that last week. Mentioned that, Japan got a car that runs on water. Dude, they've been having a car that runs on water. And America already knows it. We talked about that last week. MP3, they had the MP3 in '89. And before that. And it sounded better than the radio, the compression on the MP3 then. It was a recording, and then the device was so small. It was the iPod. Back then, 20 years before it comes to America. And you think not Bill Gates, but the other guys, Steve, what's his name, that he made the iPod? No, dude. They already had this. They got so many inventions over there in China and Japan and other countries. America won't let that come over here because that'll ruin everything. Ruin their monopoly, ruin their oligopoly. They would ruin any kind of money that they're still holding on to. Just think if they did and what they were supposed to do, like other countries. Free healthcare, free internet. They not gonna do that. They should have did that when the thing happened 3 years ago. Kids gotta go to school at their house. It should have been free abroad. Period. Those are just bonus tips. PSSSS. And you ain't gotta take that. And I don't mean that. This is entertainment. This is not facts and stuff like that. I don't want nobody coming back. Well, we're going to keep this all on the up and up. There'll be no suing. The deSz'e Red. I'm doing my thing. Just having fun. Scratch it out if you don't agree with it. Come back and talk to me and give me another reason why I should think differently. Thanks for coming in. It's been awesome. Another one in the books. I gotta move. I gotta move, man. Show you I'm real. I'm not no bot. I'm not no robot. I'm not a robot. Them guys came out with that song back in 1982, 84 or 82. Cybertron and Nucleus. I'm not a robot. What do you say? Computer ages now. Everybody must have a machine. They say it's going to make life easier, but I can't stand it. He was talking about now, 40 years ago. Wow. Wow. Cybertron and Nucleus, they were a heck of a group, man. And they were talking about Push the Button. That was the name of the song. And I'm Not a Robot. That was a whole nother song. And they just had a lot of songs about the future. And they were doing electronic music. Something you probably need to check out. So I'm going to go back and listen to the rest of that particular podcast. And I'll be going back to listen to Motivated to Soar stuff. I'm in Confidence Hub's page. I like what she's saying. Like how she talks as well. So I'm learning a lot of different people, man. I'm loving it. Vibing with BC. I gotta check out her sister. Looking to hear more from Boogie Time. He's gonna hear a lot more from her. Nemo 504. I had another Nemo in here the other day. Didn't know if that was him, but that wasn't Nemo 5. It didn't say Nemo 504. I got Shayla Martin's book, her Psalms. I'll be reading this every day. One section every day. So just like I read Psalms in the Bible, I do it every day. I try to give me a little bit of something to give me my motivation and keep my spirit in check and keep me going. Meditation, baby. We'll talk to y'all in a minute. It's been fun. I'll be back 5 o'clock this evening. And I got a couple of videos that I'm doing these last little minute edits. Don't know if I can do it on the screen like this. I need it long way horizontally. At vertical, I don't have enough room to workspace to do. I'm learning how to do it this way. But I'll have one longitude, as you can see. Boom. That one right there is going to be pretty cool. So I can see it in wide space, and I can have something over here, a split screen, so I can do both. I might have the music and stuff like that over there. So anyway, we're going to work with it. We're coming up. It's a new day. It's a new time. Please grasp. Please grab a hold of yourself. Grab a hold of life. Grab the horizontal reins. Put your shoes on. What do they say? Tighten up your bootstraps or whatever. Pull up your bootstraps. I ain't never had no bootstraps, but I'm finna pull them up anyway. I'm finna tighten up on my backstroke. I like that analogy. What my grandmother used to say, boy, you better straighten up and fly right. And that's what I'm finna do. I'm doing that. I'm doing it now. I'm not. And that's one thing the numerologist said. He said, say what it is. Don't. He said, say what it is. That's all. Just say what it is. And he said, I'm back. Not I'm coming back. I'm gonna be back. I'm present. I'm back. I'm here. I am whatever I know I am, I think I am, or don't even believe I am, I become it. So that's it. Bonus. PSSSSSS. Whoa! We did it again, man. And I love it. I love it. I love going to the store and they're going, whoa! They love it, man. They feel the synergy. They love it. They are, oh, hoo, hoo. They love that. They love that. And ain't nobody doing that. It blows you. It throws you off a little bit. Kind of makes you. It just awakens you. I go into any store, and the guys in the institution I was in, they said, man, what's wrong with you? I said, man, he said, I do this everywhere. He said, you don't do that in the real world. I said, yeah, I do. And some of them saw me in the real world, and they said, man, you ain't joke. You are not a joke, man. You are serious. And even when I'm feeling down, I just go, wow. And I heard that what you said the other day, Lashana, with the divine order. It's divine order. Bring yourself back. And I hear tantrum nose. Breathe in, deep breath, breathe out. Calm yourself. Wake up. And I'm driving 17 miles. 17 hours of driving, 19 hours of driving. I do the Chinese fire drill. I get out and I scream at the top of my lungs and walk around the car. Get back in the car and get back on the freeway. Because I got to get there. I'm not stopping at no hotel. I'm going all the way. I ain't got time for that. I got to be at work at 8 o'clock that morning in Wisconsin. Then I got to get there. New Berlin, Wisconsin. I have to get there. And it ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump. Stay alert. Work out your own patterns of keeping yourself alert. It works you up. And what I was drinking today was apple cider. Again, I'm going to grab some more apple cider. 15% juice. And froze it to the point where it's not totally frozen. And I pour it over ice. And it just froths up like a foam. Oh, it's beautiful. It tastes great. And it's apple juice at its best. I like cider before I do apple juice. Cider just gives you a little bit more nutrition to me. It's not from concentrate. Anyway, that's it. We're done. We did it again. PSSSSSSSPSS. Peace. Yeah, this is ScrAp TV. And we did it.